So what I'm doing here is harvesting a seat pad out of another truck. This came out of a work truck. Truck I'm working with is a 07 Dodge with the leather interior. And the truck that I stole the foam from was a 04 Dodge with a work truck interior. The shape of the foam is similar. It's not 100%, but it's pretty close. The shaping in here is different. This has a line through the center. This one does not. It's got like a crease down here, but it's not really a. This is like a 1/2 inch deep line for the where the leather seam meets. So I'll probably have to cut that into that new foam piece. Why I'm doing this is because the seat is like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's bent back. This foam is just destroyed. I don't know if some heavier set guy was in here or what, but they destroyed it. That was not comfortable in the back. Here's the back side. They're completely different on the back side, so I don't know what I'm gonna do there. If I can even make it work. I might have to cut some of this foam out and use this burlap in there. I don't know. I'm gonna find out though. But you can see this piece here is just trashed. So that's what I'm working on right now. The cover was really easy to get off. It's a zipper at the bottom. I went from the other side. It's right here. There's a zipper that goes all the way across. You open it from this side, you pull a little flap down, unzip it, and then just pull the cover up off the top. Remove the Velcro a little bit before you pull it up over. So I gotta take this off without tearing up too much. I'd like to replace it with OEM, but I can't find one right now. I've looked. I haven't called the dealer, but I looked around a little bit and I couldn't find anything, so I found the bottom cushion, which I'm gonna order. It was only like 36 bucks for this year. And then the top was like 100. So I'm gonna order those. But I can't find a top that matches. This has darker base and then light gray. The backs are that way too. I think they only had this for a couple years this way. I think it was an option. Because I've only seen 2 trucks that are that color leather interior, and I've been looking at them for 3 months trying to buy one, and I finally bought one. And of course I'd get one that has a goofy, not standard color on the inside. Okay, so that's off. Just kind of pops up and over these metal rail pieces. Now I'm gonna see how similar I can make this new one to the old one. So there's my old one. There's my new one, or new used one. Okay, let me change to a different camera view. Alright, so right off the bat we have this that needs to be moved. I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's starters in there for it. Oh, there's one in there. Yeah, there's a plastic clip in there. This one's just destroyed. Because apparently it's, yeah, that's worn out. And this stuff, this will stay. This is different. There's something hard in there. Oh, it's wire. That's going up through it. I don't think this is going to be as stiff as I need it to be, but we're going to try it. That wire broke. I feel like that wire is broke. Maybe it just terminates there. This one goes, yeah, they just terminate right above this bar. And that bar is, might be in the same spot. Wish I could move this burlap over. It's probably just glued on there. It's glued pretty good though. Oh yeah, it might come off. Alright, I gotta use two hands. I wanna make sure this side's the same though, as far as size. Where the Velcro sits is different. This has more of a contour down into it, and this does not. So I might have to cut here, but then I might kill the integrity of it, so I might just crease it, and that will actually make this stronger. Hopefully this is just a temporary fix until I get something new. So that spot there, oh, that's my lumbar. Ew. Okay. See how that works? You turn it, and it tightens. That's your lumbar. Which I use quite a bit. So that, as long as the foam is there, it'll be better lumbar. Does that make sense? Leave the foam there without cutting that piece. I might have to cut it here a little bit though for it to even sit back. The burlap helps the strength of the lumbar too, I'm sure. So yeah, I'll cut it out a little bit. This is like 2 inches down, an inch down here. So I'll probably just, it's right through here is where it's at. Maybe I'll just like, I don't know. I'll figure that out. I cut a hole for the lumbar controls, I guess what you call them. Gotta cut this hole. It's pretty close to the edge of this. There's only probably half an inch thick of foam there, so I want to be really careful not to cut through it on this one. And then there's this big cavity in here. I'm not going to cut it out yet. I'm just going to cut out like the hole and then maybe shave off some, but see these wires are right through here? They're only down to there, which is that's all the further I need to cut down to for this section. But then this section, so this is where the height of the wires are now, and then this section is like a lot deeper, probably another inch deeper. There's no wires in this one, so maybe I could just cut the wires out. But I kind of want the strength there. Maybe this will be actually better than what was there originally. Anyway, I'm gonna work on cutting that hole with a razor blade. I want to be able to focus and not have to hold the camera. So I'm just gonna cut a hole there, hopefully about the same as that. Well, I got my hole cut. Still like to shave this here a little bit for like the, well, I don't know. This will go there. That's actually flat there. That's pretty good, actually. Not great. Anyway, that's good. The only problem I'm seeing on the backside is that's really compressed. It's like the lumbar is fully activated right now, which is fine for me because I like lumbar. And then this over here is like sticking out too far that way, so I might have to cut the foam over there too. I don't know if the old one's that way. Yeah, so there's like a cavity down in there, so I'm gonna have to cut into that probably. I don't want to go as far as they did. I might put something down in there to keep it from cutting through. Well, they did too. They had like some sort of carpet or something in there. So, should probably do that on both sides because they had that over here too. Some sort of like, not cardboard, but something heavier. But not like rubber. So I guess like actually a carpet underlayment would work, honestly. That stuff's pretty tough for what it is. Oh, I'm just gonna sit in this thing, see if it's close to what I need or not. You can see this truck's a little worn out. It needs a lot of love. Yeah, it's still not comfortable, but it's a freaking Dodge seat, so what's gonna be comfortable compared to a GM seat? Like the 99 to 06 seats are so much more comfortable. Thought about just swapping those into this thing, but yeah, I need to cut that. You can see here I'm fully compressing. Sitting in this seat, and this foam is not compressing. It's like hard still, and that pipe is probably sticking out. This is a lot better though. This was like way folded back over before, and I couldn't even put your shoulder there because there was no shoulder to lean against. Like there was no spot in the seat to lean your. But anyway, that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that some more, and then I think I'm gonna leave this alone. I just need to put something in there so that that chunk of iron, see that metal there, that sharp plate, I need to put something there so that that doesn't pop through right away and start cutting in my back. That foam is already kind of worn because the truck it came out of had 200,000 miles, but this truck has a lot more than 200,000. I'd probably have to turn the key on for you to see it. There it is. Yeah, that's how many miles this truck has, and these are original seats, which honestly I'm surprised they made it this far. I've seen them worse than that with 200,000 mile trucks. So, alright, well, I'm gonna cut this foam a little bit more and add some backer board or something in there, and then I'll update you when I get the cover installed. Alright, well, I got that foam cut. I started cutting this out because I thought there was one of these here, because there was an imprint, but it must be from the old seat because it's a different style anyway. I'm just gonna leave these, I think. It's got to the point where it's back behind the bar now, behind the metal bar, which is where it needs to be, and this foam actually needs to be tucked in behind it as well, but I can push that from the other side probably. Yeah, it'll come in, and then this hard piece on the bottom, I guess I'll probably just leave it, but yeah, this foam here, it needs to be pushed back in underneath. I think I gotta cut this here just a little bit, because I cut this, and it's plenty. And then I've got a hole cut back in there for the rest of that, and it actually worked out really well. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this here, I think. I'll actually score it first before I pull it back off. And then I'm gonna put that burlap back in there. It's plenty away from this bar. I think it needs to be closer to that bar a little bit. So I'm gonna score this, and then I'll have it pretty much wrapped up. Okay. And like here's where I want to go up and down with it. Sorry, I'm not a very good cameraman. I'm actually a terrible cameraman. Okay, now we'll bring it back here. Find our score cuts, which there's one there, there's one there. It goes down there, I don't know where it goes up. Must have didn't get cut going up. But but I'm just gonna cut this some more. Cut it here. Try, oh, sorry, again with the camera. Try to cut this towards an angle so you're not cutting straight down. That's what I'm doing anyway. That way hopefully it will be more contoured. The foam won't tear as bad. Because I know this foam isn't going to last very long, maybe a couple years if I'm lucky. That's all there is to it. Probably cut just a little bit more hair off of this. And this one I think is good, but I'm going to cut a little bit off of it too. Need a sharper blade. So then, put it back in. I like to get that edge piece over there started, just so it's not like cutting the foam apart when I'm pushing. And then this bottom has a clip. Try to get that clip on. It's hard to do it with one hand. Alright, the clip is on now. Clip is off. I just heard it pop off. Stretch this back over the top, over your armrest or your headrest pieces. The clip just does not stay on very well. It will once the seat cover is on it. Yeah, I'm glad I cut that out. That worked pretty good. This will actually be better than what was there originally. This cut is good. Yeah. I should almost cut just a hair off the bottom of this, but I'm afraid to, because then you can't put it back, you know. I'm happy with it, I think. Find out when I get the cover on it. I'm not happy with this foam on the bottom though. Thinking it's there. That might be better. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's much better. Wrapped around it, and then this, oh yeah, that will actually help hold it too once that seat cover is on. Put his niblets off so they don't cause a problem when I'm putting on blindly. Alright, well, just have the burlap left, I think. Try to make note of anywhere the burlap doesn't need to go. You don't want it in these channels, but it's already cut out for those anyway. And then this has plenty of clearance. Honestly, when you sit in that, you're probably gonna eventually feel that. No, maybe not. Foam is pretty dense. Shoot. I feel the top bars. I don't feel that middle bar, so that'll be fine. The lumbar is a lot better than it was. It's actually going to be fairly comfortable to drive, hopefully. Yeah, you definitely feel these bars. So I wonder if there's something I could put in there to make that stronger. Or stiffer. If I could make it taller. I would like to do 4th gen interior on this truck, but that's so much money. Especially if you want leather. I wouldn't have to have leather, but man, it would be nice. Because I already have leather, so if I put cloth in here, it'd be kind of going backwards. Plus, it's a mega cab, so I'd like to get just front seats. I don't want to have to mess around with putting back seats in it. Because the back seats are different than a quad cab or crew cab. And actually, the mechanism back there all folds down nicely and makes a nice bed when you're done. Yeah, just this here is really thin and broke up at the top. So I wonder if I put that, well, if I put that burlap in there, that'll help. Could almost put another piece of foam in there, but I'm not going to. I have that burlap material in there. I'm just going to use this 3M Super 77 adhesive. It does not work good for headliners, just so you're wondering, but it should work good for this. Just hold it in there tacky until I can get it in the seat, because I don't want that just falling. Because right now it's just laying there. So it worked amazingly well. It's actually stuck really well. Except for like down in here, but that's fine, because that's going to actually help hold it together and be stiffer. And it stuck up in here really good. I got it stuck, and then I had to pull it back off, and I didn't like coming back off very well, just like the old stuff. So I like it. We're gonna roll with it. We'll put it back together. Just gotta get the cover on it now, making sure everything is lined up good. There's no like problem spots. I think this is my loosest spot where it doesn't suck together real well, but the rigidity of this foam is a lot better than what was here. It's not great, but it's better than what was here. Yeah, that clip is in there really good. Burlap is held good. It's gonna be nice. Time to get the cover on. Cover's back on. It's a little bit deformed up here. It's like stretched, but it is what it is. Get these covered. Oh, these don't snap in very good. They're kind of worn out. That one snapped. That one did not. Oh well, I just have the headrest down all the time anyway, so it won't matter. Yeah, you can see where the leather is actually stretched out back here pretty badly. I mean, it is what it is. When you've got 513,000 miles on a seat, it's just the way it's gonna be. So now I would like to find one that is this color. I can find ones that are this color, but I can't find that are two-tone. If I can find one that is two-tone, I'll order it. If not, then I'll order both. Probably, maybe not. I don't know, it's kind of expensive to do that side too when it's pretty good. It has a very small tear, but it's not like bad yet like this is. But I definitely need to order the foam for this and the cover, because that's pretty bad. Anyway, that's how I fix the foam in my Dodge. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but if you can find OEM foam, like new old stock, or somebody that's actually making this piece of foam, I could find this foam all day long, but I couldn't find much for this foam. That'd be the better route to go. But for having a parts truck in my yard, I already sold the blower motor from it and the resistor. I'll probably be stealing some more parts from it. That foam worked out pretty good for being right here, ready to grab. It's firm here, it's firm there. It's not quite as bolstered as that one is, but it's a different style foam too, so that's better than it was by far. Anyway, that's all for this one.